What's going on, guys? Welcome back to PauseResetPlay. The Solstice of Heroes event is finally upon us, and when you get to the tower later tonight, it's going to look a lot different than it does right now. There's going to be heroic story missions you can do. There's going to be ways to get 400 power armor. There's going to be new emotes and really cool ghost shells that you can get. But also, what's really cool about this free event for everybody is the different catalysts that are going to be available during this event that runs from July 31st all the way through the end of August. The 5 weapons that you can get catalysts for are Rat King and Suros Regime in the kinetic weapon slot. In the energy weapon area, you can get a catalyst for Hardlight and Fighting Lion. And last but not least, you can get a catalyst for the Prospector in your power weapon slot. Now, some of these catalysts are better than other ones. We'll go through one by one here and look at what they do. These are all obtained via the Arms Week event that's going to happen during the Solstice of Heroes event. These are specific nightfalls that give specific rewards. So let's just jump right into these weapons. For Rat King, the upgrade that this is going to have on your weapon is increased aim assist, which is okay, and then also reduced recoil. So that could really come in handy. I know for this weapon, when you're using it by yourself, it is full auto, but it's pretty easy to manage. However, once you start getting into a Rat King times 3, 4, 5, or 6, that's when the rate of fire increases so much that it is hard to handle this weapon. So with this catalyst here, you're going to bump up that stability, you're going to reduce that recoil, and make this thing more easy to use when you have a larger Rat Pack multiplier. So that could make this even better than it is right now with that catalyst. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. The one that I want to get the most, though, is the Suros Regime. Now, this weapon's good as it is. It's a serviceable weapon. You can use it in pretty much any game mode. However, with the Catalyst, though, right now it is a chance of giving health back. When you get that Catalyst, it's going to be a health back on every single kill. You're also going to improve your recoil. But getting health back on any kill is going to make this an amazing weapon to use in PvE and PvP. I know right now for some things you need to be getting health back, some of the more difficult endgame content. And for me, usually I'm using Crimson, but if I can use an auto rifle like this one here and get health back, then that makes it much more viable, I think, to use in endgame content. And it already is good to use in PvP. So if you can get health back on kills too, this could become a weapon that a lot of people are going over to, which I'm fine by, because that means that they're not going to be using Graviton Lance in Crucible. So this is the catalyst that I'm probably looking forward to the most. In the energy weapon slot, you can get one for Fighting Lion and for Hardlight. Fighting Lion, the upgrade is basically just improving the reload speed, which may not seem like much, but considering that this weapon only has one shot for each magazine, if you can really get a good reload speed, then that could make this better. The thing is, I do wish that it increased the magazine size as opposed to the reload speed, but I'm curious to see how much of a increase in reload speed it does. If this thing can reload instantly, then you'll have this, I think, in your arsenal more often. The other catalyst that I really want to get for this event is Hardlight. Now, Hardlight right now, as it is, I know it's gotten some buffs here in the recent past. As it is right now, though, the major use of this is using it during match game modifiers, because you can quickly change the damage type and take down enemy shields. But outside of that, this weapon does have some limitations, and it's mainly because the stability, even though it looks like it's very high, this weapon still has a lot of recoil and kick to it. So the catalyst for that is going to hopefully remedy that situation, where this catalyst will increase the stability, pretty much maxing it out. So I'm curious to see of how much of an effect that has on Hardlight. If it can get that recoil down a lot and have this thing shoot more like laser beams, then this could be a weapon that you want to use more often, because it does have that ability to change damage types. You have the ricocheting rounds, you can overpenetrate targets. So this could be really good if that stability becomes more manageable. So once I get that catalyst, I'll do some comparisons and see how exactly it performs with that. So aside from Suros Regime, this is probably the one I want to get second most. Last but not least, you have the Prospector. Now, this catalyst is going to increase the blast radius. So that could make the Prospector a more viable option to use in different situations. Right now, the thing that this is most known for is people going into the Leviathan underbelly and soloing the different chests that require you taking out the robots. So this right now has a very, very limited use set to it. I'm thinking that with an increased blast radius, this could make this thing more powerful and more apt to use, but it remains to be seen. I'd say that, honestly, of these 5 catalysts, I'm least looking forward to Prospector and Fighting Lion. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Let me know which catalyst that you're most excited for. On top of that, for this event as a whole, are you looking forward to getting the ghost shells, etc.? I know for me, I really want to get those ghost shells, but I'm pumped. Can't wait for the reset to happen later on today. Wanted to go over these different catalysts with you guys, get your thoughts and opinions on it. Most importantly, though, have fun during this Solstice of Heroes event, and thanks for watching.